Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Connect. So in this session we will continue with where we left, right? So I was trying to post a vendor down payment request with TDS details, withholding tax details, but when I clicked on post, so system showed this error message, right? PAN is not available. You want to post a document. This is however not possible since the PAN of the relevant vendor or customer master is missing or tax rate applicable is not 20%. Correct. So if we have not maintained PAN details, so if the rate withholding tax details rate was 20%, then it was fine, but since we are using 10% rate, right, so that is why system is telling us to maintain PAN details in the vendor master. In case the tax rate applicable was 20%, then system won't have stopped us, right? So how we will do this? So uh, this is quite simple. We will I'm entering /n for a new session, but I will not close this one, so let me press /o to open a complete new session, right? And I will enter FK02 transaction code and I'll hit enter. So a new session has been created. That session is as it is where we were facing the error. Now this is our vendor, right? So we have checked address details. Here a SIN details tab comes, right, where we can maintain the PAN details of the vendor master. But as we can see right now, the SIN details tab is not available, so we won't be able to maintain the PAN details, right? So what we will do is, there is a configuration required for this, so let me show you. Let me open one more session. So I have opened a new session. Go to SPRO, click on SAP reference IMG, then here you need to select logistic general, then go to tax on goods movement, then go to India, then go to master data, and then this one you have to select assign user to material master screen sequence for excise duty. Click on execute. Now here you need to click on user screen reference, so click on this. See, here our user ID is not maintained, right, and we have to give the screen reference here. So what we will do is, we'll click on new entry, and our user ID is ABAP ID 41, right? So I'll click on drop down and I'll find my ID. So this is our ID, ABAP ID 41. We will select this, and in screen reference we will give star, and we will save this, and we'll name this TR as SIN tab not available in vendor master, and we'll save this. Since we have made this change, now if we'll go back and see, so we will see that SIN details tab will be available in the vendor master, and we can maintain the PAN details. So let me see. We have already opened, so I'll close this one. I'll have to refresh. So I came back. Okay, now I checked on address. This time I'm entering enter again. Now I can see that SIN details tab is here, right? So this is the configuration which we need to do in order to make this tab appear here. So I did that configuration. Now I'll click on SIN details, and here we have to click on withholding tax tab. Okay, and here we have to maintain the vendor's PAN number. So let's say the vendor PAN number is PPG PN 8752H. I'll hit enter, I'll go back and I'll save. Now you can see changes have been made. So we have maintained the vendor PAN details in the vendor master. So now system should not stop us from posting this document with withholding tax details. So let us try to post it and see. The moment we maintained, system allowed us to post this document, right? So what we will do is we will click on document, then we will click on display to see this document. Now here we can see a document number is posted with the number 17002. Now if we will double click on this document, so like we saw in earlier session that we had posted it with full base value, right? So it will deduct 10% on 5 lakh amount, right? 5 lakh that will be given to vendor, debit that will be given to vendor, right? So this is how we post withholding request, down payment request with withholding tax or TDS details, we can say. Now what we will do is so as we checked, we double clicked on the line item, and when we clicked on withholding tax data, so here we can see the withholding tax information, right? So this is how we can see. Now if we want to see this request in vendor ledger, so we will run the transaction FPL1N, and here vendor is given. I'll choose noted items and open items only, and I'll execute. So this is the request we posted now, and if I'll double click on this request and click on withholding tax data, so I can see the withholding tax information. So this is how we post a vendor down payment request with withholding tax details. Okay, so this is all in this session. So because of this error, we learned how to make the send details tab available in the vendor master. So we have covered how to post vendor down payment request with and without TDS. Now further in upcoming videos we will cover how to make advance payment to vendor, right? That is, we can directly make the payment from F-48 by selecting the previous reference request, or we can directly make the payment without creating any request to vendor. We can make advance payment to vendor without creating any request, that is directly from F-48, or in F-48 screen only we can select the reference request which we have already posted. With that request reference also we can make the payment. Secondly, we have an option to post the payment using F-53 transaction code, that is a post outgoing payment, right? So from that transaction also we can post the advance payment by selecting the request we have posted, and from there as well we can make advance payment to vendor. So everything we will cover in the upcoming session. So this is all in this session. Thank you so much for everyone for your support.